Amy Cooper, better known online as the Central Park Karen, is back, and she is getting dragged once again for writing an op-ed where she doubled down on the claims that she had made 3 years ago that she had been threatened by an African American birdwatcher. Um, so now apparently the dragging that she had experienced before was not enough, and now she is back for more. Why? I don't know. Now, Cooper had blamed the public shaming she experienced on Christian Cooper, the birdwatcher whose video, The Encounter, ended up going viral, as she wrote, ended her life as she knew it. Which, again, if the police had come in, and there's a good chance that police would have actually ended Christian Cooper's life because he's a black man. So now she claimed, I was scared, said Cooper of her encounter with the birdwatcher, who was upset that she had her dog off the leash, a man yelling at me and threatening me. Cooper then called 911 and said an African-American man threatened her and accused him of assault. An assault, of course, that didn't happen. We've all seen the video by now. So no evidence of any sort of assault or that she was in any physical danger. Okay? In fact, look, the problem was that she had threatened to call the police on a man who disagreed with her. So you can't disagree with a woman in public, in a park. Can't do that. Or else you are threatening, especially if you're a black man. Now look, as I mentioned, this would have put Christian in actual danger, as black men tend to have, more lethal run-ins and encounters with police, especially if they are unarmed black men. But in her opinion piece, Amy complained that it was Christian's fault. It's all his fault. He hadn't been open to an honest, productive conversation with her. Well, if I were Christian, I wouldn't want to talk to her either. Seriously. Christian himself had come out and said that he wasn't comfortable with the backlash that she had received and just wanted to move on, do his own thing, go on bird watching, whatever, right? And look, the hope was that she would have moved on too. The world would forget about her and things, would just kind of go back to normal. But no, didn't happen. She now apparently wants to, wants everybody to feel sorry for her because of her own actions. So, look, when she was in the park, she broke a rule, which is there for a good reason, right? And you might think, oh, come on, leashing your dogs. My dog's fine, never bites anybody. Yeah, but you don't know. You keep your dog's leash in the park because, again, if you don't, there is a possibility that they could have a negative run-in with somebody that could cause injury, potential injury, medical care. Dog bites, kind of expensive to treat. And again, I know that's not something that happens all the time. Dog lovers, it's okay. It's all right. I know your little precious doggy is a wonderful, beautiful creature and has a wonderful soul. I'm not saying that, dogs are vicious or anything like that. What I'm saying is that there's a chance, and if you don't know the dog and the dog doesn't know you, there is potential. So you know what? It just makes everybody feel better if you keep them on a leash in a public park. That's it. And, again, you keep them on a leash in the places where they ask you to keep them on a leash. That's it. That's it. So now, that's why these rules exist. They do exist in order to keep people safe. She broke that rule. He called her out. She considered that calling out to be so beyond the pale. He was aggressive, and oh my God, I was in such danger. Now look, did he lure her dog in with treats? Yes. Do I disagree with that? Yes. Because again, there have been people, at least reports of people, poisoning treats. And so she didn't know him, didn't really trust that. I get that. However, her reaction to the entire situation is that of entitlement. I get to do what I want when I want. And if you call me out for it, well, then you're the bad guy. No, that's not how it works. Look, she had the opportunity to take the L and move on. And it's a big L. And I understand that she got a lot of harassment, a lot of hatred. Look, here's the thing: don't tell people to harm themselves. I think that's totally, inappropriate to do. Now, you can criticize them, you can call them entitled, as I'm doing, you can call them, at least their actions, racist. I wouldn't go beyond that, personally. That said, people are criticizing her new writings. In fact, one person wrote, she could have caused innocent black man to be lethally canceled by the NYPD. Clueless. And again, in her piece, she talks about, oh, it's the cancel culture. Oh, I didn't deserve to be canceled like that. Well, he didn't deserve to be potentially canceled by the police for doing something that was not a crime. And she wasn't doing anything that was a crime either. It was just against the park rules. All right. Now, another person wrote, nobody needed to keep their PR person more than Amy Cooper. My God. Another added, girl, please. We've moved on to new racist theory. It's true. Seems like there's almost like a parade of people who are way more racist than this lady. Way more. I would just say, like, her action, calling the police and threatening to call the police on a black man and doing so and claiming that, oh, this African American man, he is so dangerous, he is so threatening to me. That is the low key racism. You don't have to be wearing a Klan hood and to be saying the N-word to be racist. You can be racist in your actions, and sometimes some people might not even realize what they're doing is racist. That said, what she did was absolutely wrong and could have gotten him hurt or killed, possibly. Just all over, someone trying to say, hey, keep your dog on a leash. Now, another user wrote, cry me a river, Karen. Now, Newsweek also took some flack for giving Cooper a platform because, once again, what's the point of her not only writing this, but giving it to someone to publish and then having them do it? In fact, one person asks, why in the world would you solicit and publish an op-ed by Central Park Karen? Shame on you. Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. Clicks and views. As far as her, again, she wanted to be back in the limelight. She wanted to be apologized to. Wanted maybe her 15 minutes of fame. Who knows? Who knows? But I do know why Newsweek did it. It's for the clicks. Look, for someone whose life, was ruined by this event so much, she really wants to keep reminding people that it happened. So that to me suggests a sort of, hey, look at me, don't forget about me. I was so victimized and wrong. What is she, auditioning for a new spot on Fox News or something? I don't know. That's the only thing that I can think of. Going out there and trying to remind people just how much of a victim you are. No, not a victim. Well, at least not in the initial encounter. Although, again, I can point out how she did get some threats, and that's wrong, and don't do it. But overall, no, she did a lot of this to herself by just not following the rules and being confrontational when being called out. Just take the L, just move on, and for God's sakes, we just want to forget about you, Amy Cooper. We just want to forget about you. Please let us do it.